Hello, Mr. Sandberg.
Oh,
Let me just say my best Swedish. Shazam 2 är en bra film, gratis.
that was really good.
I did my Erasmus in Sweden for a few months, so I picked up
Okay.
some Swedish.
Yeah, I can tell.
Congratulations on the movie, by the way. It's really good. I think it's a perfect sequel. So
Thank you.
yeah. Whose idea was it to include a Goonies T-shirt? Do you know?
That was mine.
Oh, great.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Goonies was sort of a big reference for sort of the tone of that sort of, Amblin-esque kind of
Sure.
film that I wanted to make. And the fun thing is when you make a movie, you have to make a choice about everything. What everyone wears, what the set looks like, what kind of posters they have on the walls. And I mean, since you have to make those choices anyway, why not throw in a bunch of reference? So you have like Goonies and Iron Giant and The Lord of the Rings and whatever.
Is it also one of your favorite movies growing up, or?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
I think in Sweden it was called something like Dödskalleganget, something like that.
Yeah, the like I
Yeah.
guess the Skull Gang
Yeah.
you would translate that to.
It's
But
quite a cool title.
yeah,
Swedish is like I know Cars is like Bilar or something like that.
yeah, yeah,
I love the Swedish titles, but it's good that you guys don't.
yeah. But it gets weird sometimes though. Like Groundhog Day is like Monday all week, and things like that.
Well, it,
I mean,
it works.
Yeah, it works. But
Now sadly we've had 2 years of COVID closures. Cinemas were locked down.
yeah.
Luckily, we were able to see Shazam on the biggest screen possible. But why do you think people should really come out and watch Shazam: Fury of the Gods with the best surround system?
Because it has some awesome sound. No, I mean, I'm very fortunate. Like, I get to work with some of the best people in the business, not just in sound, but in like VFX. We have like Weta doing the monsters and D-Neg doing like the dragon and things like that. So it's like, it's really made for the big screen. And we went bigger this time than the first movie. It's so much more spectacle and action and things like that. So it's a theatrical movie.
Yeah. Did you feel like you had enough creative freedom to add your own touches, or was it so
Yeah.
strict affair? Or
No, I mean there's always quite a bit of freedom. I mean yeah, I think as long as you and the studio are on the same page and you sort of share the same vision, it's not a problem. I think the issue is when you want to make a different movie than the studio wants to make. But I felt that we were on the same page here.
oh, well, it paid off, so that's good. Let's say.
Yeah, I mean it's never good when you want to make different movies because then no one's happy.
Sure. There was a very cool scene in the beginning of the movie where the people turn to ash or dust.
Yeah.
But that reminded me of the Pompeii disaster.
That was one of the reference I gave. I wanted them to look like the sort of the statues
Really?
of Pompeii. It's sort of balanced. Like you want to have enough detail where you still see who they are, but you also want to have it kind of covered in rock
Yeah, sure.
and
Well,
get to destroy people as well.
I'm short on time, so I'll just wrap it up with a final question. Growing up, were you a fan of the Shazam comic book or not at all?
I was not familiar with it. I don't know if he was ever popular in Sweden. I think he was in the 70s there
Okay.
for a bit. No, but it was the studio that called me for the first one and asked if I was interested, and they pitched it to me like as big but with superpowers. I was like, that sounds awesome, and that's when I started to really reading the comics and went all the way back to like the first ones from the 1940s, and up to now. And it's interesting to see how he has evolved and how many incarnations of Shazam that there is.
Did you have a favorite comic book hero growing up, or?
As a kid, it was a lot of like Superman and Spider-Man and Batman, like Tim Burton's Batman.
Of
I
course,
love
of
that
course.
movie. Those were the big three.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Congratulations on the movie. I hope it does really well at the box office, so we'll see a third one, perhaps.
Yeah.
And have a great day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for making the movie.
Thank you for speaking
Thank you.
Swedish with me.